This is our supplier management lecture in MBW7. And today we're going to look at a case study on supply chain shipment price data analysis. Okay, I have sent you a data set, a CMS underscore delivery underscore history underscore dataset dot csv. Okay, the dataset description is this data set provides supply chain health commodity shipment and pricing data. Okay, so some supply chain information that is in the CS file, like an Excel. As usual, the first thing we do is we import the packages. Okay, we need pandas. We need NumPy, numeric. We need decimal. If some of these you don't have, you need to first install them. Okay, so you need to press like if you don't have decimal, you need to say pip install decimal before we even start. Okay, or pip install pandas. Nein. Ja. Nein. 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 Braucht ihr nicht. Ist nur beim ersten Mal. Die Installation ist wie, stell dir vor, das ist wie eine Applikation auf dem Telefon, okay? Du lädst es einmal runter, install von der App Store und dann wird es einmal jedes Mal, wenn du es nutzen willst, was musst du machen? Die Applikation öffnen, oder, Marc? Es ist immer noch installiert, aber du musst es aufrufen. Du musst importieren. Pip install musst du nicht machen. Okay? Ist klar? Okay? Also install ist wie downloaden von der App Store. Import ist es einfach aufmachen. Okay? Import matplotlib .pyplot as plt, dann matplotlib inline, dann import seaborn as sns, import os, dann import plotly.graph ops as go, import plotly offline as py, dann py init notebook mode connected equals true, pd options dot mode dot chained assignment equals none, pd options dot display dot max columns equals 9999 and pd options dot display dot float format equals 20,2f format. So what do we do with all this? With the first ones, well, I'm going to take off these two, okay, because as Mark pointed out, we just have done it before. If you don't have any of the packages installed, just as usual pip install. So this loads pandas package. This loads numpy package. This loads decimal package. These loads and so on. Okay, so it's all the same. Pyplot package. Pyplot loads Seaborn and so on and so forth. So what does this do? This calls py, so plotly offline, and what this does is that we can use plotlight when the notebook is not connected to the internet. Use the notebook offline. Okay, it's just a little trick. No chain assignment in pandas. Pandas does not accept a chain assignment. The max number of columns in pandas displayed is 9999, and then the format of the float numbers is as given. Okay, so it's just a specific format. If I haven't done any mistake, which is not the case, I think, typing I press Shift Enter and it just works nicely. Okay. So the next thing I do is I import the dataset, the file. As I said, I have sent it to you on the last email. You can download it and put it wherever you want, in your desktop or whatever. I have put it in the desktop, so I say pd dot read csv, and then the pointer to the data set. Okay. And then I also tell him that he needs to fill all the empty where he has an NA with zeros. Okay, this is done with at the end of the opening of the CSV. You just fill everything that is with an NA with zeros. Press Shift Enter, and nothing should happen. Okay, just everything's cool. Any questions so far? How to upload the data? Du meinst hier? Ich kann Ich kann auch die doppelte Anführungszeichen nehmen. Klappt beides, ja. Ja, in einer Vorlesung haben wir was anderes gemacht. In einer anderen Vorlesung haben wir was anderes gemacht. Jetzt machen wir es mit 0. Okay? In einer anderen Vorlesung haben wir mit Interpolation gemacht oder wir können sie auch löschen oder so. Das ist jetzt in dieser Übung habe ich mich entschieden für Nulls. Okay? Aber das ist jetzt abhängig, was du machen willst. Noch Fragen? Any questions? Okay, then we're going to check the total records in the file. Okay, and then I say total row count. Total row count equals length of the data set. And then I say print total number of data count comma total row count. Okay, I press Shift Enter, and you see that the total number of data count is 10,324. Okay. One thing we want to know is we want to check the data type of the CS file, and we want to do it like a standard. Okay, and then we go dataset dot d types. Shift Enter. So here we see all the IDs, project code. I make a little bigger. The ID is the project code, which is an object, PQ, the country, managed by, fulfilled via the vendor, the shipment mode, first sent to client date, scheduled delivery, delivery to client date, delivery recorded date, the vendor, the item description, dosage, pack price, unit price, manufacturing site, first line designation, the weight, freight cost, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you see the data type behind this. I can also go and say data set. I can say print the first 10 and last 10 records from data set. How do we do it? We have done this before. Dataset.head 10. Okay, this prints the first 10. And I can go dataset.tail 10 prints the last 10. Tail. This hits. I need to do it separately. Wait. Invalid format specifier. Das ist jetzt doch funktioniert vorher. Warum? Moment. Warum geht es nicht? Einen Moment bitte. Okay, ich brauche eine Pause. Ich schicke. I send you in 5 minutes another invitation. Okay, I need a moment. I don't want to waste your time. I hadn't put here. I had the mistake that I was missing here a point. Okay, so in the PD options display float format, I was putting here double point 20, 2f without the point, and that's why it was not accepting the data. If I say now data set, you see it has loaded all the data. Let's inspect just the first 10 data set and the last 10. Okay, so if we look at the data, I have an ID, okay, one SKU, one product. The project code, I have a pre-process PQ, okay, a PO, a process owner, ASN, DN, I don't know what that is, the country, managed by, fulfill via, direct drop, or whatever, the vendor, the shipment mode, first sent to client date, okay, delivery date, client date, recorded date, product group, classification. So if it's an HIV test, if it's pediatric, if it's adult, whatever, what is the vendor, the item description, the molecule or test type, the brand, the dosage, the form of the dosage, the unit measure per pack, the line item quantity, the value, okay, important, packing price, unit price, manufacturing site, designation, the weight, the freight cost, and the line item insurance. Okay. And whenever we had a zero, an NA, we put a 0. So for instance, this is going to happen in the line item insurance a lot. Okay, this is the head. Those are the first 10 elements of the data set. And the tail, if we put tail, dataset.tail 10, we just can inspect the last 10. And this is just similar. And it's just a huge Excel format that is helping us gather the information. So we are gonna inspect this supply chain data set in various ways. Okay, I'm going to give you some hints, and then we'll ask you to make some exercises on your own. And of course, you can send me your solutions if you wish. Okay. So the first exercise is to total 10 country-wise count with a graph, with a graphic. Okay. So in this case, we're gonna make a bar plot graph. Well, we first get the data set. Data set equals data set, and then I tell him to drop the NA. So if you see an NA, just drop the whole line. Okay. I can say item count equals data set by country, and as Mark asked, if you use the other the double mark, it is irrelevant. So for Python it's the same to use this or this. Okay, Anführungsstrichen, this is the same. And that value counts, and then largest 10. Pick me the 10 largest countries by value counts. Okay, and then I say print top 10 countries wise count /n. And then I say print item count. If I say and go Shift Enter, then it's taking me the and it's ordering me the countries by value count. So where is value count? And our countries, where is it? I haven't seen it before. Here, country. Okay. And then you see that South Africa, it's like 1406 times. Nigeria is 1194. Cote d'Ivoire is 1083. It appears so many times in the data set. Okay. So the country with most appearance in the data set is South Africa. Okay. So now please make me an exercise. Represent the total 10 let's say the total 10 sub-classification wise count. Okay. So what do you need to do? The same thing, data set 1, okay, equals data set drop NA item count 1 equals data set sub classification dot value counts, just and then print top 10 subclassification wise count /n, then print item count 1. If I press Shift Enter, we see that the most frequent subclassification product type is for adults, and then it's for pediatric, then HIV test, and then malaria, and then some ACT. I don't know what that is. Okay, is that cool? Okay, well then I can print it SNS dot set context talk font scale 1, just to make it to make the graphic interactive. PLT figure fixed size equals 22.10 or 2010. Then SNS count plot data set, get me the data from country, then order the data set by country, and then the same as before, value counts dot n largest 10 and get me the index. Okay, and now just get me the title, PLT title equals top 10 countries wise count /n, PLT Y label total count, and PLT YX label country name. I press Shift Enter and something should have happened. Yeah, so you see the information that we had up here, top 10 countries, wise count, South Africa 1406 and stuff. All that information is just printed wonderfully into a bar plot. Okay, the very same thing and I can do with the other data set. If instead of saying country, I said subclassification, and then I say top 10 subclassification, total count, and I say subclassification name. The same adult, pediatric, HIV test, and so on. Okay, can you follow? Any questions? So now we have ordered or we have represented the value counts, which is the frequency that something happens in our data set. Now let's say if we want to represent the sum of the volume, let's say that every country is moving, okay? If we want the volume, we need to go at the pack price. At some point here, pack price. Add up all the pack prices that Nigeria or South Africa or Haiti is moving, okay? So how do we do it? And how do we represent, let's say, the total pack price for top 15 countries with graph? Okay. So if we want to add up, we need a slight different approach. We say total price equals the data set. And now I need to group by Runderklammer and then square country. I need to group by countries, okay, because I want the sum of the countries, and then pack price. And then I need to tell him to sum the, let's say, 15 largest. Okay, and then if I tell him print total pack price for top 15 countries /n, so the /n it just makes some tabbing, okay, just so that the representation is pretty. And then I say print total price, press Shift Enter. You see that it has grouped by countries, okay, the first column, grouped by countries, and it has added up all the pack prices, or the top 15 countries has added up all the pack prices that every country has. Okay? Does it make sense? It looks at the data set, looks all the positions with Nigeria, and if Nigeria here, then it looks at the pack price column and adds up the number. Okay. So in the exam, I can make you following question. I can give you this data set, okay, and I can tell you, please find out, let's say, or write me the line that gives me the total weight in kilograms moved by the first 15 countries. Something like this. Or give me the total line item value by the first 15 countries. Okay, this could be something that give me a total line item value for top 15 countries with, okay, so how do we do it? Total price 1 equals data set, okay, dot group by, and then add group by the country, okay, and then get out of there and then say line, wait, what was it, the name? Line item value. line item value. It's important that you get the same. Value is with big, so we need the same. Otherwise, he will not understand. Line item value. Then please get me the sum. And then get me the 15 largest. Okay, then I say print total line item value for top 15 countries /n print total price 1. You see the volume moving in the countries. Okay. So 350,000 million moving into Nigeria, 246 million moving into Zambia, and 182 moving into Mozambique, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, is it understandable? Gut, in die Prüfung gebe ich euch zum Beispiel die hier die ersten Zeilen, so Import, bla bla, okay, und dann Dataset und hier auch ein Screenshot von den ersten 10 Zeilen. Und dann mache ich die Frage, bitte schreib mir den Text damit oder den Code, damit the total volume, total line item value of the top 20 countries is displayed, okay? And then you need to write these 3 lines of code. So I give you the structure of the data set, okay, and maybe the top 5 lines or so that you know how it looks like. And then I make you a similar question to the exercises we have done. So you need to not only repeat what we do, ihr müsst nicht nur wiederholen, was wir tun, sondern ein bisschen halt darüber hinaus ausprobieren, okay? Mit geänderten Säulen oder mit geänderten Namen, weil in die Prüfung frage ich das nicht 1:1. Ich möchte schon ein bisschen gucken, ob ihr das verstanden habt oder nicht. Einfach nur, um zu vermeiden, dass die Leute halt das auswendig lernen oder das irgendwo niedergeschrieben haben und dann, ja, du verstehst, was ich meine. Okay. Gut. Gibt es Fragen? Okay, then we make a little break, 5 minutes, and we continue. We continue with the graphical representation of this data. In order to do so, we say PLT figure, fixed size, let's say equal 20 by 10. The graph data equals the data set dot group by, just the same logic as before, round and then square, group please by country, and then outside you need to group by pack price dot sum, and then the n largest 15 countries. Then I want graph data dot plot. How to plot it equals a bar. And then please give me the Y label, total pack price, PLT X label, country name. Okay, if I go, I press Shift Enter, then it's something that is wrong here. Figure size. Okay, you see here I mistyped. If I correct it, then it looks quite nice. Represents a bar plot, as here stated, bar. And then all the 15 largest countries, and on the y-axis is the total pack price, just as we had here. Okay, it's the same information as we had here. So again, in the exam, I can ask you to do this for the total volume, the total volume moving out of countries, and represent that all this in form of a graphic information. Okay. So, questions so far? Are you cool? Am I going too fast? You need me to repeat something? Okay. Wenn jemand Fragen hat? Fragen. So now another exercise. We can also represent the whole thing in a pie chart. Okay, ein Kuchendiagramm, shipment, mode. If we want to represent percentages, percentage-wise, with a pie chart. Okay. So here is similar. We represent a variable called shipping mode equals data set, and then square shipment mode, and then I say value counts. Okay, just count me all the shipment modes and call that shipment modes. The labels of my pie chart are going to be something with numpy, array, then shipping mode dot index. Okay, so from shipping mode, just get me the index. And then the sizes are going to be equal, and npy array double shipping mode. I want to have a percentage, so that's why I get the value and then divide it by the sum of all the values. Sum multiplied by 100. Wait, I have forgotten. So, no. Okay, and this is going to give me the sizes of the pie chart. So then I use the trace go pie go. Remember that when we imported the whole thing, we called import plotly dot graph objects as go, okay? And so every time we call go, it's going he's understanding plotly dot graph objects. And then so from plotly dot graph objects, we take the pi labels equals labels and values equals sizes. The layout is go dot layout title equals shipment mode. The data is going to be taken by the trace, and then I have a figure which is go figure data equals that, and layout equals layout. And I go pi dot iplot figure comma file name shipment mode. If I haven't done any mistake, which is the case, I have a double T here, it doesn't accept it. So with this code, I get a pie chart that is representing the actual value and the percentage of movements by air, by truck, by air charter, by ocean, and others. Okay. Shipment mode is just this column, okay, one of the columns, and he's getting the information by how often each shipment mode is being used. So that's why value counts. Okay, just as before, we are counting how often shipping mode, a specific shipping mode is being used, and then we are just calculating the size of the pie that we are taking by calculating the percentage, okay, which is shipping mode divided by the sum of all of them. So he's taking the labels, which are the names, air, truck, air charter, ocean, and so on. And he's taking the size with this, okay? And then I just do a pi with this information. The advantage of graph objects from plotly is that if I do a mouse hover, it shows me the information nicely, and it is a good way to represent it for management. I can also download the plot as PNG automatically, or I can toggle to show closest data. So or I can well, anyway, I can put some nice tags and stuff like that. Okay. Questions? So now imagine I want to know the manufacturing sites percentage, okay, with a pie chart. What do I do? Shipping mode, let's say manufacturing site. Exactly the same from dataset. get the manufacturing site, the index, okay, or the different indexes by manufacturing site, and then get me the information delivered on a pie chart. If I haven't forgotten anything, I should get pie chart. Okay, so it just represents all the pie charts. We see that the top pie chart, if I say value counts, but I want only the top 5 manufacturing sites, it just delivers the top 5 manufacturing sites. Okay, title, top 5 manufacturing sites. Okay, so we are seeing that the top 5 manufacturing sites have, the first one has 47%, 21%, 13%, and so on and so forth. If I said the top 15 manufacturing sites, then it gets me a little bit more detail. This just goes and yeah, it's in India. It's pharmaceutical, so most of it is in India, and some of it in Germany and in the US, UK, but just a little bit. Okay, most of it is just, as you see, it's just India. Anyway, any questions? And this is the kind of questions that you get in the exam. Okay, so just thinking a little bit outside of the code. So so we might also want to find the unique manufacturing site names. Okay, so I can say unique item manufacturing site equals from the data set get me the manufacturing site, and then unique, and then just print me, please, all unique manufacturing sites, and then print unique item manufacturing site. Okay, and then I press Shift Enter. Just prints me all the facilities that are being listed into the data set. Interestingly enough, these are printed in order of appearance, okay, without any order as we had them before. So, questions, please? We might want to find some statistics as well. Okay, let's say we want to find a shipment mode, the mean, the max, or the mean, and mean value for air shipments. Okay. We can then go item data equals data set, shipment mode double equal air, Okay, so if the shipment mode is air, then find me an item data. So I can say print the max air shipment mode is item data unit of measure per pack dot max. The max air shipment mode is 1000. So it is looking into the item data, which I have defined as only those shipment modes which are air, and then look at the unit of measure per pack and get me the maximum. Okay, I can do the same with the minimum. Okay, just exactly the same with the minimum. The minimum is going to be 1, and the mean value rounded by 2 decimals is like this, 82.34. So just some little statistics about the way things are being shipped. Okay. Questions? Well, I can go say top 10 manufacturing site for all shipment mode with graph. PLT figure fixed size equals 20,10. And I said top 5 manufacturing site equals data set dot group by manufacturing site dot size and largest 10. And then I say print top 5 manufacturing site. If I press Shift Enter, he gets me a list of the top 5 manufacturing sites. This is nothing new. This is the same thing we've been doing before. And I can say top 5 manufacturing site dot plot. I need to do it up here, otherwise it loses the plot. The kind of plot is a bar plot, and then I just give it a title. Top 10 manufacturing site plt.ylabel total count and plt.xlabel manufacturing site name. If it I did a mistake, so here I P too much. And you can see the information that was listed is now in a bar represented nicely. Okay. Questions? So these are the top 10 manufacturing sites. And then I want to have the top 10 manufacturing site for air shipment mode. Okay, so I want to have the manufacturing sites, but not only not ordered by the volume, okay, but ordered by the shipment mode air. So now I go item data 1 equal dataset, and then shipment mode equals air. Okay, and then dataset of the dataset of shipment mode double equal air, and then manufacturing site dot value counts from 0 to 10 to frame, okay, plot dot bar fixed size equals 20, 10. One moment. Yeah, I had one too much, so I do it a little bit smaller so that you can see it. Okay, then I call it item supplier 1 equals data set shipment mode double equal air, and then manufacturing site dot value counts, and then from 0 to 10. Item data, wait a second. Okay, so if I say now, please print me the information, I get the top 10 air manufacturing sites. by counting the manufacturing sites that are present in the air shipments. If I print that, I can get the information also printed with labels. Okay, the number of air counts and the number that the shipments are being made through air by manufacturing sites. Okay, I can also represent, as the last example, shipment mode and pack price in a bar plot graph. Okay, if I say plt subplots fixed size equals 20.10. This is just the x-sticks, rotation 90, and then SNS.barplot. SNS is seaborne. Shipment mode, represent the shipment mode, and the pack price, and the data equals the data set. plt.show, and shift enter, and as usual I mistyped. So, and you see I represent just a bar plot. The x-axis is the shipment mode, the y-axis is the pack price, and the data is taken from the data set. So now I recommend you that you go up, okay, to your data set and try to do just to play with different combinations of these graphics. Okay, let's say line item represent line item value by line item quantity. Okay, so if we do that, I'm just improvising. Okay, but let's say line item value and line item quantity. Okay, then just line item value, line item quantity. Okay, so if you do that and everything went correctly, the only valid position will be data. Okay, so here we have a problem. Okay, because the data is not in the same format. Okay, so let's take pack price then. Things a little bit. Just improvising. Okay, just this is kind of the way the questions in the exam are going to be. Well, this might be a little too much because there are too many different pack prices. Let me take a categorical value. Let me say I take the subclassification. here, otherwise it's too much. Sub classification. Yeah. So, and I say don't rotate it. I don't want it to be rotated. So I take this out. Okay. So you see I have represented the different line item values as and the different subclassifications. If I say I want the subclassification in the x-axis and the line item value in the y-axis, I just can change the order and it just represents it differently. HAV test, and then on the y-axis the line item value, and so on and so forth. Okay. Good. Any questions on how we perform today the analysis of the supply chain? Okay. Well then, the information is going to be uploaded on the website as usual. I send you the PDF, and the YouTube channel is going to be online in a couple minutes. The video of the class.